So that was kind of our pre-fishing. We decided to go back to that spot next weekend to fish our tournaments. Mo-Yak had a tournament that day. So did Midwest Series, like I was saying. And I'm a member of Midwest Series, so I was fishing both Mo-Yak and Midwest. And you fished the Mo-Yak.
Yeah, fish Mo-Yak.
Yeah, and we were the only two that went there. Now, here's the curveball. We had gotten a lot of rain a few days before. And so we were a little concerned about what the lake looked like because we had no idea what it was going to look like because there's two creeks that flow into the back of that thing. And so we drive there.
Pitch dark.
Pitch dark, yep. In the dark. Drive down this little gravel road, get to the very end of the cove, hoping and praying that it's not blown out, you know, with debris and logs everywhere. Pull up, really can't see anything because it's still dark.
Just a little light. Whatever that little light was, we never could figure out.
Yeah, I didn't want to find out what that was. That was a little weird, but anyway, pulled up. We shined our flashlights out there, and our worst nightmare. It was absolutely blown out. Yep. The big flat that we were catching all the fish on, the secondary points we were catching the fish on, the dock that we were catching the fish on, the little cove up above. It was just littered with logs and debris everywhere. There was no way that we could throw anything with treble hooks or fish fast or anything.
Top water was gone.
Yeah, it just completely changed everything. So we had to adjust. Well, here we are. We're at our spot. We haven't been here in a week. Got a little bit of rain on Thursday this week, and I guess this area got hit pretty hard because there's a creek that runs in the back, and we've got debris everywhere on this big flat that we were catching fish last week. And so we'll see how it goes. I've already caught one. I caught a 15-incher back where we launched. So at least they're still here and they're still biting. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge trying to fish around this debris, especially with crankbaits and jerkbaits. So we'll see how it goes. Water's up probably a couple of feet compared to where it was last week. So hopefully they're still here and they're still hitting. Ty's already running out there, so we're both on this flat, but there is a lot of debris on this flat. Don't think we're going to be able to fish it real efficiently, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get something here. Hey, Ty. I just had a bite up here. I lost it. How did you adjust?
I mean, I planned on top water. I planned on throwing some moving baits, and as soon as I made my first or second cast, I realized it wasn't going to happen. There was just too much debris everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember a huge full-size tree floating right on by me, and
Yeah.
I knew, yeah, this isn't going to happen today. So for me, I switched to a jig.
Yeah.
That for me was pretty much the only thing I knew to do. I'm not usually fishing in muddy waters, so that was the only thing I knew to do. And so I switched to a jig, and that's pretty much all I fish with the rest of the day.
Yeah. You did pretty good too. You've been doing well with the jig lately.
Yeah, I mean, for me this year, the jig has really come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I went over to the one point, and of course it's during the spawn.
Sure.
So I went over to this one point, and I started throwing the jig, and I hooked a big one. I was like, okay, so I throw it in there again, and a few minutes later I hook another one. And I ended up getting, I think, 4 off of that same point.
Right.
All right there. So it definitely helped my tournament.
You know, I mean, I had to adjust too. Like I said, that big flat was completely blown out, but what had happened was the water came up probably 3 or 4 feet,
Yeah.
and it was in the bushes. So after about 10 or 15 minutes of attempting to fish around the debris, I mean, just like Ty, I was like, I can't do that. So I went right to the bank, and I started flipping bushes with a brush hog. My very first flip, I get a bite. I lost it because I wasn't ready for it. I lost it over a log, but then I just threw a brush hog the rest of the day, pretty much the rest of the day. And then whenever I could, I threw my lipless crankbait, which I've been throwing a lot this spring. Barely freaking hooked. Whoa. Thank you. I mean, barely freaking hooked. All right, here she goes. Whew. Let's go. I finished 6th in the Midwest Series out of, I want to say 50 or 60 guys, maybe.
I think that's how many there were.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had a good turnout there. I mean, I you know, good friend of mine, good friend of ours, Jeff Malott, he took 7th place. He and I had the exact, we had the exact same length. And I beat him because I had the bigger bass. And so 7th place was not in the money, 6th place was. So anyway, he's kind of bitter.
He's coming for you.
He said he's got me next time, so I'm sure he will, because he's a great angler. But yeah, so 6th in the Midwest Series, and geez, I forgot what I did in the Mo-Yak. Probably 4th.
Yeah, I think because I got 2nd on that.
Yeah, you got 2nd in Mo-Yak. Who got first? Jim did, right?
Yep, Jim.
Yeah.
Jim blew us all the way.
Jim didn't fish with us. He went to one of his honey holes, of course. So
Yep.
Anyway, what do you do? I mean that guy is just special on Table Rock Lake. Hope you guys enjoy the footage. Stay tuned. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit your notifications. There's going to be more videos coming out all summer long and into the fall.
And I'd say if there's something you really want to see, let us know. Maybe we can throw something in there to do some different challenges. We're getting going with these, and we're looking forward to it.
Thanks, guys. See you next time.